my goodness. And there it is. Wow, get the pin to go.
Hello again, everybody, and welcome back to Bowl TV for continued coverage, wire-to-wire coverage of the 2021 USBC Queens, the first major of the 2021 PWBA Tour season. We are coming to you live from the National Bowling Stadium in Reno, Nevada. My name is Aaron Smith, and we will be here for the second round of qualifying for our A squad competitors. 55 bowlers on the lanes right now, getting ready to get their second block in. After today for A squad and B squad, after this block actually, all competitors here in the field this year will have 10 games in. At the moment, Liz Culkin is leading after a strong block. She's been consistent through the first two rounds, plus 126 to start things off yesterday, plus 158 to lead B squad to get to plus 284 overall. So taking a look at the overall standings, in addition to Liz Culkin, Liz Johnson moves into second place, plus 257. Jordan Richard, our day one leader, had a strong start and then kind of faded a little bit after that. So potentially trying out a few things after having such a great opening day. She's in third at plus 246. Danielle McCune at plus 243. And then Stephanie Zavala, last week's champion in Cleveland, plus 235. Your top five at the moment. A squad is just wrapping up practice, so we're going to go ahead and go to the lanes as we settle in here for our 5-game block. So let's go to the lanes. Let's pick this pair right here. All right, folks, we're going to start on lanes 45 and 46 here at the NBS. And we're going to be joined by Christine Gill, Verity Crawley, and Shannon O'Keefe as a collective trio out here. O'Keefe plus 119, Gill plus 104, and Verity Crawley plus 85. So all of them bowled fairly well yesterday, put themselves in good position to make the top 64 for the double elimination bracket, which starts up on Sunday. So we'll see how they attack the lanes to kick things off here today. Jason Thomas already making his way across the center here for scoreboards and game of graphics. So those will be switching up in just a second as well. We now begin the second round of competition of the 2021 USBC Queens. Good luck. Looks like everybody's settling in here on BowlTV.com. For those of you watching on Facebook and YouTube, thanks for joining us here. We appreciate it. We hope you enjoy this live look for the first game here in the second round of qualifying. We will be back for games 2, 3, 4, and 5 on BowlTV.com exclusively. So you'll have to head over, hit the subscribe button, if you will. A few different options to choose from this week. You can buy an event pass to watch live throughout the course of the week, $12.95. You can buy a monthly recurring subscription, $9.95, which gives you access to the entire site, so not just live events, but the ability to watch archive videos and check out the on-demand content available on the site. And finally, $79.95 for an annual recurring subscription. So that's what we're working with here. All those do include transaction fees, and that's going to be the best way to watch the PWBA Tour and the USBC Queens. Not only for this week, but for the rest of the year. Our condition this week, 42 feet in length. It's just the one pattern, so players will get very familiar with this condition over the course of competition. But the scoring pace for B Squad slowed down a little bit this morning. Still a lot of good scores out there, and everyone's looking at that cut number, and it really didn't change too much from after 5 games for everybody to after 10 for B Squad. It's still the same number, -8. So kind of fluctuated just a few pins around there. So right now, if you are averaging around 200, you're in the mix, which is what you want to be heading into the final day. You want to make the top 64, make the bracket, and advance. But taking a look at the overall scores, we had a handful of numbers above plus 180 in round number 1. Did not have that earlier today. The highest score, Liz Culkin plus 158, Angie Ramirez Perea plus 153. Alexis Nair had a really solid day, plus 148. Aaron McCarthy plus 133. Liz Johnson plus 115. Shannon Pluhowski plus 114. So 2 of the top left-handers having big days and making a nice move here. Then Brandy Branca and Valerie Bercier plus 107. Those are the players who averaged at least 220 on this 42-foot condition earlier today. But once again, when you look at the overall leading score, now plus 284, so that's the number competitors on this squad are looking to run down. Liz Culkin games at 235, 255, 246, 190, and 232 to move into the top spot. High competitor on A squad yesterday after 5 games is Shannon Sellens at plus 148. Some of the other top competitors on the lanes now. Gigi Mason, who went plus 139. Kelly Kulik, plus 136. Fania Kobo, plus 135. Kayla Pacina, plus 127. Shannon O'Keefe, who we're watching right now, plus 119. As we settle into this very first game, excited to welcome in Jason Thomas once again. JT.
You're excited to welcome me in?
Very much so.
That's very kind of you.
Absolutely. Otherwise, I just have to talk to myself this whole time.
Well, it's just exciting to get to talk to somebody, I guess. Yeah, no, it's getting watch Shannon O'Keefe right out of the gate here. She had a blistering start yesterday of the first 2 games, and so let's see if she can do that again and then figure out a way to get through the middle part of the block without, the stumble she had yesterday. But it was interesting, I thought, on practice day, Nick Hoagland was commenting on what a good look he thought Angie Ramirez had, and then she came out and had really a rough day yesterday. But today, bounced right back. So I'm not sure what that would be attributed to, that rough first day, but certainly she was able to turn it around and have a really good day today.
You could say the same for Shannon Pluhowski. I mean, Shannon was within the number to start, but yeah, just a massive day for Shannon as well. So the left-handers finding a little something in and that was primarily the lefty squad, B squad. I don't think we had potentially any left-handers here on A squad. But in talking about Shannon, she said on a post on her Facebook page, just completely missed the move in games 3 and 4. And she said, that's okay. I learned from it, and all in all, a good start.
Yeah, I think that's a common theme, Aaron, with this fire oil that we're using. It's very easy to miss a move because they're going to transition so quickly because that oil is known to hook more and not hold up as well. So I really think as soon as you make a decent shot and it breaks off high, you've got to make the move right away. You can't be wasting, a number of frames. When they're this difficult, it's sometimes difficult to make that move because you think, well, maybe I missed in on that one, or I was a little slow, or I can throw it better. You just got to make the move because this oil does transition very, very quickly.
Folks watching on Bowl TV, we do have 8 channels available here to watch from the National Bowling Stadium. So for the folks watching on Facebook, on YouTube, one of the things you're missing out on is the ability to kind of pick your pairs throughout the course of the house. We got probably half the massive National Bowling Stadium covered here And we have live scoring available as well throughout competition. So even if your favorite athlete is not on one of the featured pairs, you can still follow their progress through the game. And then for the folks who are already on BowlTV.com, if you're in the chat, you can see a few different tabs above the chat. The one in the middle is kind of our all access page to kind of have everything you need to use to keep track with the queens at your fingertips. And that's essentially what we use as well. So it's, that's available for you as a viewer. Also, find out on bowl.com/queens or PWBA.com. And in using live scoring, we can see a couple of early four-baggers. Shalyn Zulkifli on 53 and 54. Lindsay Boomershine on 33 and 34. O'Keefe won the 2018 Queens here at the National Bowling Stadium. And talking to Liz Culkin, who's our overall tournament leader at the moment, the last time the Queens was held here at the NBS in 2018, she finished in 130th place, which is pretty hard to fathom. And she said that was something, kind of in the back of her mind. Last time we were here, didn't go so well, but she did bowl the women's championships prior to the start of the Queens, also being held here at the National Bowling Stadium. Had herself a tremendous 9 games at that event, obviously much different than the WC, but she found a lot of confidence in just seeing her ball strike here, kind of understanding how to get the ball through the pins the right way, and has carried that momentum into the first 2 rounds here at the Queens.
Yeah, I think, if she'd come in and had a bad women's championships with as easy as it is to get to the pocket, in that tournament, it would have been a bad sign. But yeah, sometimes all you need, to turn your luck around in a facility is just to see the ball strike a little bit. And then you can kind of work your way backwards. Verity Crawley, very nice shot there for a strike in the 5th. And it looks like Shannon's a little deeper than she was starting yesterday. She was around 10-11 yesterday in game number 1. She's now around 13-14. Actually left of that. Probably missed in a little bit there, but that was actually like 16-17.
It was pretty far left, yes. Little surprised to see that. She was in practice, or warm-up, I should say. It's warm-up, not practice. It looked like she was crossing more around 11-12. So that one definitely either left a target or she saw something that wanted her to move a little bit deeper in the lane. But when we caught her for game 3, and she mentioned that's when she kind of missed the move, she was going fairly direct at that time. But at that point, she was already plus 110, something like that. So she's been averaging more than 250 for those first few games. So obviously it was working out of the gates yesterday.
Yeah, and she started on the low end, which hooks a little bit more. And then she worked her way up. So, it may have been that she just didn't want to make the move because, knowing this building as well as she does, as you're running into tighter pairs and you're seeing the ball hook more, you don't want to make the move because you think, well, it must be me because this pair isn't supposed to hook this much. But the oil that we're using this week will transition a lot quicker.
Shalyn Zulkifli, front 5, and then a 9 spare over on 53 and 54. She started -1, so already well on her way to being on the right side of plus. It's going to be a name of a future podcast.
The right side of plus.
The right side of plus.
I like it.
I don't know what it's going to be about, but I just like that name.
It's a good name for a band, too.
The right side of plus. Coming up next on the Storm. The right side of plus. Julia Bond off to a nice start. Sells a max of 267. Anna Molina, spare 7-bagger. I feel she had a pretty nice day yesterday. Let me double check. Plus 36, so actually outside of, she had a rough third game. 158. Still was plus 36. One of the several competitors from Guatemala competing this week.
Yeah, plus 30. That's not a bad score on day one. That's really not a bad score any day. I don't think we're going to see that cut move all that much from where it was yesterday, which was around even. A little bit on the wrong side of plus.
Oh. Lily Robles, 6 out of 7. Diana Z finding some momentum, 5 in a row after the third frame.
She had a funny post yesterday on social. She had a shot of her looking over Lake Tahoe, and she said, "I'm out here at the lake looking for some strikes. They were a little hard to find over at the stadium." She must have found them.
Quite a few players following their social media, taking advantage, and that was one of the things kind of talked about yesterday. Is that for these competitors right now, they essentially had a day and a half off before they had to be back here. I'm sure some of the mental preparation going on, but a lot of them taking advantage of the surrounding area and taking in the beautiful, absolutely stunning Lake Tahoe. One of the great little side trips when you make your way to the biggest little city.
Yeah, and bowling on that same pair with Diana, Taylor Bailey with the possible 258. And she made a trip with Shannon O'Keefe and a few of the other McKendree alumni to the lake. Maybe we should go to the lake.
Let's do it. Folks, we're just going to let it run here for the next 4 games, specifically on BowlTV.com. So once again, for the folks who are watching on Facebook and YouTube, we appreciate you taking in some of the best competitors in the world here competing at the USBC Queens. But after game 1, we will be pushing the feed only to BowlTV.com. So we'll stop that broadcast, but Bowl TV will still be running 8 channels along with this main commentary channel available to check things out. We have giveaways throughout the course of the week, a chat, and a fun Bowl TV community. There we go. As well. Shannon finds some hold there, makes it 3 in a row. So I think that 6 count we saw in the 5th, just an errant shot. Now we can find some late momentum here after a couple spares to kick off the game. Shalyn still striking. Speaking of people who saw their ball do the right thing at the Women's Championships, she shot 22.53 for all events to take over the lead in the Diamond Division at the WC. That's the 3rd highest all events total in 101 years.
Wow.
Of Women's Championships competition.
Pretty good.
The crazy thing with her is she said, she was with the pandemic and everything going on in the world, really hasn't competed in 2 years. And then even coming into this event with some things taking place back home, she was unable to, get a lot of reps in prior to coming out here. So originally was planning to bowl, was actually not planning to bowl the women's championships. It was going to be a trip where she went to High Sierra, or maybe over to what's that go? Grand Sierra.
Yeah.
Grand Sierra, one of the other bowling centers in town, get some games in that way. And I believe it was Cecil said, hey, why don't you try and hop on a team here at the Women's Championship, see if anyone is, needs someone on the sub board. And she went over there. She found a group that needed someone for all 3 events, gave them a call. I don't know if she dropped the, hey, I'm like one of the greatest international bowlers of all time. You should totally pick me up for your team.
Who I am?
I don't think she did that. But she said she had a really good time with the bowlers that she competed with, and threw a lot of strikes along the way to take that lead. So pretty cool story, and some momentum heading into the Queens as well. If I remember correctly, Shalyn had a real nice showing at the Queens in 2019 in Wichita as well. I remember she bowled a 300 game at some point during that event and won a couple matches.
Well, coming to the end of game number 1 here, Christine Gill has a good game going. Got off to a nice start yesterday, plus 104. Be above 200 here. Verity hovering in mid 190 range, 195 with the strike, or 196, I'm sorry, with the strike on the fill ball. And Shannon, chance to shoot a pretty good game here right out of the gate.
244 still out there. Folks can see him in the moving around on the screen right there. Sneaking into the shot is our 3rd member of the Bowl TV crew this week, Michael Flanagan of Inside Bowling. And Michael taking care of some business here with it's going to be probably a pretty cool video a little bit that's going to be available later today, maybe tomorrow, for the YouTube channel and social media.
Yeah, I can't wait to see it. That's right over 15. That's going to be flush. Yeah, Shannon's just labeled her last 5 shots. But, yeah, he's following her around, kind of a day in the life, of a whole day. See all the preparation, the workout routine, the stretching, what the media responsibilities. Shannon had to do some media earlier today and give an interview. So, it's just going to show kind of what a day in the life of, the greatest female bowler in the world looks like. It's not all sunshine and rainbows. Another one right over the target, and big start for Shannon O'Keefe.
All right. 244 now at plus 163, Shannon O'Keefe. Christine Gill, 202 to get to plus 106. Verity, 196. She's now at plus 81. So, folks, since we are going to have a quick break here heading into game number 2. If you're on BoldTV.com, you're already in the right place. And feel free to check out some of the other pairs before we return here on the main channel for game number 2 of A Squad's second round of qualifying at the 2021 USBC Queens. For the folks who have been watching on Facebook and YouTube, this is where we say, see you later, but hopefully it's going to be on Bowl TV. We're going to go ahead and just push the feet to Bowl TV for the final 4 games of this block. But we certainly hope you swing on by, check it out. Once again, a couple of different options to subscribe and check out the action throughout the course of the week for the Queens. So hope to see you there. But for right now, we are going to go ahead and start preparing for game number 2 here in round 2, A Squad 2021 USBC Queens. We'll be back for game 2 in just a moment.
may now move to your next pair of lanes.
Welcome back, everybody. Game 2 of 5 here. A squad, second round of qualifying, 2021 USBC Queens, underway from the National Bowling Stadium in Reno, Nevada. My name is Aaron Smith alongside Jason Thomas. And for game 2, we're going to move over lanes 63 and 64. Take a look at. Oh, okay. There you go, 9 pin. Pull that nonsense with us. Going to be watching Taylor Boltice, who's at plus 103. Maria Jose Rodriguez, plus 16. Cassandra Mize, who's got some striking to do here, minus 146. And then Carrie Smith at plus 74. Carrie bowled really well yesterday. Where was she at? Plus 81 for the first day. Had a really strong start to the block, 269, 216, 226. Slowed down a little bit at the end, 171 and 196.
Yeah, and then we saw a lot of players do that. Straighter players. Carrie, obviously, a little bit straighter player, likes to play out, and really bombed him early. And then once the transition started happening, struggled a little bit the last couple of games, but good start for her to the tournament. Nice cushion going into the final 2 days. But let's see what she does in games 3 through 5 here today, if she can find an answer to how to get through these blocks without leaking oil.
Taylor Boltice started at plus 87, so she's trending in the right direction. 216 in game 1. Maria gave some pins back. She was at plus 35 to start.
She didn't look happy early here either.
Sandra had a nice opening game, so she was in the 220s, 225. Nice shot there from Sandra. Lean through 4. Taylor Boltice, early 3-bagger. Seems like she's been having a really consistent season on tour. I've been in and out of a couple events, but it seems like every time I take a look, she's always in the cut number, always making the cut. I think has a top 12 or 2 so far this year. Still kind of waiting for that first breakout performance.
Yeah, we know she can do it. We've seen her have some, big days in many big tournaments. She just hasn't been able to really put a whole tournament together. I think it is really what the next step is for Taylor. Looks like we've got an update here from third member of our planning break today, sir.
Hey, I just wanted to say hi, let everybody know that I'm alive and well here in Reno, and just wanted to check in on the broadcast. I was watching a little bit earlier, so I just wanted you to tell me everything that's happened today right now. Kidding,
Well,
of course.
it all started with a 15-minute warm-up session on B Squad. No, but we didn't see, that squad hit them quite as hard as they did yesterday. The number actually went backwards a little bit, at the top level. A few other players got into the mix, to contend for the lead. Liz Culkin had a nice day. Scores, I think, were very similar to what we saw yesterday. The number didn't move at all. Still about where it was yesterday. I can't imagine it's going to move very much more after this squad either. So, yeah, I mean, it was more of the same, what we saw yesterday, really.
Yeah, I saw Jordan Richard at 270.
She started with 270, but then kind of backed up the rest of the day.
Yeah, I was maybe trying some different bowling balls.
I think, yeah, that might have been it. We were making some jokes about how you don't want to lead by 500 in the Queens. That's usually a bad sign.
Yeah, I've been following Shannon O'Keefe around today and following her this block, and the reason why I was able to pop on is she happens to be right in front of this microphone. So it's kind of my one opportunity to come on and say hello to everybody. I know everybody's missed me. I saw all the emails roll in to marketing@bowl.com wanting me back on the air. So I appreciate all the support, but I'm on assignment today.
Well, do you have any kind of sneak peek information about what we're going to see with the project you're working on today?
Yeah, I mean, you're going to be able to be up close and personal with Shannon O'Keefe through an entire 5-game qualifying squad and everything that goes into it. The confusion with her ball reps, what ball to use, several zones to play, so many choices. What door do you pick? Door number 1, door number 2, door number 3, and then you do it again with bowling balls right after the fact, and then you guess wrong, you switch 4 balls in the first game and still bowl 240. That's what we're going to see from game 1 at least.
We know you guys got up early and did some working out. Well, you didn't. You just followed with the camera, right?
Yeah, I didn't bring my workout clothes on this one. But yeah, I got to enjoy that a little bit. It's about a 3.5 mile run that she did on the treadmill. She actually watched the Queen show that she won from here while she was doing that. She says she can pick up on things when she's watching old telecasts of herself, both good and bad. So she did that this morning. Didn't eat much. Had her coffee, and then came over here. Did another filming thing that they're working on here as well. I alluded to it yesterday. I can't talk about it, but just the fact that there are some media coverage here that's pretty cool, potential in the future for women's bowling. That was cool. And made some friends there, and then we went to lunch and came back over, and I spent an extensive amount of time with Brian O'Keefe. He pretty much let me go as quote unquote deep. That's his nickname, as deep as I wanted to go there. So that was really good. I've still got quite a bit more to do. Obviously, we got 4 games to go, but it's going to be fun. It's going to be nice to put together. You're giving me a couple days to pick the right music and get the right cuts, and I'm going to talk to Shannon tomorrow to fill in the holes, and hopefully we'll have a nice 18 to 23 minute long adventure documentary that we can put out on Bowl TV for folks to watch and enjoy.
Very cool.
Shannon's been awesome to work with. She's, I have a relationship with her already, but she's not holding back at all.
Just a clarification, you did not go to Tahoe with them yesterday.
No, not at all. I was here. I was on the air.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I've got an alibi.
Got a lot of big games going this game, Aaron Smith.
Yes, Kara Mangiola, front 7 over on 55 and 56. We've got Diana Z, chance to shoot 279. Over on
Giselle, I think, has 30 on 31 and 2 as a front 6.
Yeah. Birgit has a possible 279.
You didn't have any 300s the first set, did you?
No.
we did not.
That's because I wasn't in the building.
That's right.
If I'm here, they bowl 300s all the time.
Yeah, like every game.
That 4.5 number looking really good now. The under is looking great.
It's early.
Well, Mike, since we got you at the podium there, if you will, you do us a favor and switch that shot over there to let's see, what pair is that? 55 and 56. Since Kara did get the strike in the 8th.
Call that out one more time. I was confused on what I was doing here.
Oh, 55 and 56, please.
Oh, yes, sir, boss man. Yes, sir, the boss.
I mean, I could have walked up there and done it myself, and then we would have been no longer social distance.
Right, I got you all covered here.
Thanks, Mike. Kara will be up in a moment, so how about after the shot from Carrie Smith, we'll head on over to that pair. She's joined by Shalyn Faniakoa and Kristen Nider.
I've never had my camera. I'm holding a camera battery. There I go again. I've never had my camera overheat, and it's overheated today.
Oh, wow. Been using it a lot.
Yeah. Or I just don't know how to work it.
All right. Kara up on the approach. Right lane. Delivery. Not going to get the hit on the 7th. Giselle, 9 spare in the 7th. But for Kara, plus 36. Potentially going to jump to more than 100 over here.
What was the cut number coming into this squad for 64?
It was the same as it was to start the day, -8.
Okay.
So kind of fluctuated a little bit during B squad earlier today, but did not change. It was all said and done. Or I guess it stayed the same. It did change. As things change, it's funny how they stay the same. It sounds like a song.
Or the name of a band.
Mike, we're going to start a band and we're going to call it the Right Side of Plus. Are you in?
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah, I'm in. What instrument do you want me to play?
Bass or tambourine?
Oh, I'm on the tam.
All right.
That's
So
an
sure
insta
about
call. Insta call on that one. Hey, how did Maria Jose Rodriguez bowl the first game of this block?
181.
Well, that pep talk didn't work then.
Sometimes they don't.
Scores are available online through game number 1 here today for A Squad 6 overall. Grab that in the chat real quick.
Well, folks, it's been an absolute honor spending so much time with you here on Bull TV
Yes.
on day number 2. But that's my cue. It's time to go. So happy trails to you until we meet again, gentlemen.
Yes, thank you.
Thanks,
Keep up the
Mike.
great work.
You haven't seen it yet.
It'll be great. It's going to be great. I can't wait to see it.
It'll come out sometime in 2022.
Coming to a theater near you.
Isn't that how it normally works? Hey, we just wrapped up filming this movie, and then like 2 years later, you're like, hey, where the hell is it? Oh, it's almost coming out. It's almost there. I am the weakest link. Goodbye.
Mike Flanagan, everybody joining us here on BowlTV.com. Looking forward to seeing the final run through of a day in the life, essentially, with Shannon O'Keefe, 2-time reigning PWBA Player of the Year, past Queens champion. Diana Z, 257. She's now at plus 88. Gigi plus, or excuse me, 233 that game. She's plus 46 on the day. Taylor Bailey, 237 for game 2. Birgit, shoot 279 still on 59 and 60. Kara finished with 266 after the front 8. Kelly Kulik on 71 and 72. 6 consecutive strikes after an open in the second. Taking a look at overall scores for A Squad, Shannon Sellens, 233 in the opener. She's now at plus 181. Shannon O'Keefe, we watched her shoot 244 in game 1 at plus 163. Gigi plus 152. Fania plus 137. Julia Bond plus 134. Kayla Pashina plus 127. Birgit was at plus 114. That is going to drastically change after this game. Christine Gill plus 106. Kelly gave some pins back in game 1, 169 to drop to plus 105. CDB, Carolyn Dorn-Ballard, 222. She's at plus 103, as is Taylor, who we're watching right now. Cut minus 13. Cassandra's going to finish with 191. Maria, the late 3-bagger. It's the 190s here, but hovering around even. Taylor gets 218 here, starting with 4 strikes in a row. Just the 1 strike since. Carrie Smith putting together a real nice game here. 2 of 49 still available for Carrie. When we're all said and done today, put together a little recap story on the day overall on bowl.com and PWBA.com. Get some thoughts from our overall tournament leader, currently Liz Culkin. The story will feature a few quotes from Liz regardless, if she leads or not, but if someone happens to take the lead from this squad, the overall standings, we will chat with them as well. Excellent game there from Carrie, 249. She's going to get to plus 123. Leah's going to be at plus 8. Minus 155 for Cassandra. And with a strike here, Taylor gets to plus 110. And as she wraps up, this is going to be our cue to make our way around the house and start changing up some of the screens. So we have scoreboards and the game of graphic updated for you. So hang tight. We'll be right back here on Bowl TV for Game 3, A Squad Round 2, 2021 USBC Queens from the National Bowling Stadium in Reno, Nevada.
Athletes, you may now move to your next pair of lanes. All right, athletes, you may now move to your next pair of lanes.
All right. Good, folks. Game 3 just about set to get underway. We're going to take a gander at 53 and 54 to launch Taylor Bailey, Emily Eckhoff, and Diana Z. As soon as they're ready.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Looks like Taylor and Diana off to hot starts. See if they can keep it going here in game number 3.
Emily and Diana share a common thread as being intercollegiate singles championships winners.
Yes, that's right.
Diana won in 2014. Emily won.
She won twice, did she not?
15 and 16 back to back. So they were the dominant players in that event for a 3-year stretch. Then we have the 2021 champion in the field as well, Katie Robb from Delaware State, competing here on A squad as well. So
yeah, she had a good day yesterday, plus 35 in 35th place.
So JT, we just finished talking to Mike. He mentioned the project following Shannon O'Keefe around, the day in the life, if you will. And Mike conducted a little post-game 2 interview with Shannon and Taylor. And Mike posed the question, what happens if somehow they end up on opposite sides of the bracket? They both make it their way to the TV show. Somehow they face off in the title match. Who wins?
Ooh. What did they say?
I think Shannon said it's definitely me, and then Taylor said it's probably her. I'm terrified of her.
Oh man. Well, then I guess you know who's going to win.
I think it might be reverse psychology, though.
That would be quite a story, though. Almost like, did you see on? I noticed on social media today, a lot of people are speculating that LeBron and his son are going to play in the NBA together at some point.
Mm-hmm.
And that obviously Taylor's not Shannon's daughter, but there is kind of a mother-daughter relationship there for sure, and that would be a cool thing to see.
Well, as long as the McKendree bowling program continues to churn out star bowlers like it has over the course of the past few years, that will be a more and more common challenge for Shannon potentially down the road to have to face off against one of her kids, as she calls them.
I'm surprised it hasn't happened yet.
Soon, JT. Soon.
Yeah.
We got Lauren Pate in the field, Brianna Clemmer, Taylor Bailey, Hope Gramley.
Yeah, Shannon's surrounded by them. They're all over the place. Let's see if Taylor can bounce back after that ugly first frame. Nice shot there, nice and smooth. Just shaking off that first frame.
Diana with 257 last game. Not going to get the roll 2.
I think she's getting close to kind of breaking out of her funk. And she loves this event, 2-time winner in this format.
First time in 2013. She was still a collegiate athlete, so that goes back to even thinking about Rick Steelsmith winning the Masters when he was at Wichita State still. Diana working her way through the bracket, defeating Leanne Hulsenberg in the title match.
She had a spectacular end to her collegiate career with that ISC win where she just blitzed the lanes for 289.5 average for 2 games.
Yes, that was Reno, actually, right here in Reno Sparks Convention Center, just down the street. Some of the women's championships that particular year, along with the Open happening here at the NBS. And I'd have to look it up now if it was, she went 290, and then I think she went 289 the first game, and then 290 the last game. Otherwise, she would have had 21 strikes in a row on TV.
Yeah, that's pretty sick. Well, it looks like she might have a little bit of room. She hated that one, and it held and went dead flush. Emily, we haven't seen her compete out here on the PWBA maybe as much as we might have thought we would have. But here she is at the Queens, off to a good start here in this game, trying to get back into the, what is that phrase? The right side of plus?
The right side of plus.
Yes.
Emily out of the Denver area, went to school at Hastings College in Nebraska on the way to those 2 ISC wins. But really pretty involved in the bowling community in Denver, so thanks Emily for all the hard work she's put in on and off the lanes. Diana Z's second Queens came in Baton Rouge at the Raising Cane's River Center, defeating Liz Johnson in the title match. Also the home of the Kendrys, 2 collegiate wins in 2017, where Taylor Bailey and the Kendry Bearcats became the second team to sweep the ITC and the NCAA Women's Bowling Championships in the same year. We just got connections all over the place here.
Yeah, we do.
We're bringing it all together.
It is. It's all coming together.
We need a bowling way to bring things together. We have the Kevin Bacon reference for movies. What is the bowling equivalent of Kevin Bacon? Fun note: Carolyn Doran Ballard, big fan. Kevin Bacon.
Is she?
She is. That's what we learned from the PWBA podcast when we chatted with her.
Okay.
Big Kevin Bacon.
Kevin Bacon fan. What was the reason for it?
I don't recall, but I just remember
Footloose? It must be Footloose.
I mean, Footloose is great. Great on so many levels.
It's an interesting career, Kevin Bacon. He's been in a lot of famous films, supporting roles. He was in The Invisible Man, played a villain.
Animal House.
Animal House. Yeah, he was. Yeah. He was in Apollo 13. Yeah, he was in A Few Good Men.
Do you want the truth? You can't handle the transition.
Well, Taylor Bailey, this is kind of around the time we start to see some transition. And she bombed him the first 2 games. And now starting to see a little bit of a different look. And, I feel like Taylor's strength is kind of going up the back of it, keeping the ball in front of her. And, late in these blocks, you've got to get the ball away from you a little bit. See how she makes the adjustment. I don't think it helped, in the first frame that she made a bad shot to start 2 bad shots really to start the game. I do think this lane might be a little tighter, but then she squared up there and the ball went high.
Have Daria start with the front 6 over on 49 and 50. She's pulling with Shannon Sellens, who's off to a nice start here in this game. She was the A squad leader after day number 1.
Yeah, she's just always good. Even yesterday she said she hasn't been really practicing that much, but I mean, is there a better non-PWBA member out there?
I don't think so. I think a lot of the players on tour are probably excited to have the extra check each week. Because Shannon's not out here.
I agree.
On a week basis. But she helped us out a little bit on Bold TV in 2019 with some of the collegiate events, and talking to her, she does not. She's not a big fan of practice. She does not get out there too much to practice, but enjoys getting in the reps while in tournaments, kind of working her way up to that. And she said, she's bold. Kind of New York being closed for so long, really didn't even pick up the ball too much after they began to slowly open up. But kind of heading into 2021, started circling a couple things on the calendar. Bowled the New York State Masters. Said, that one didn't go so well, but got the competitive feel flowing once again, and then bowled the New York Queens. She said that went pretty well. Leading up to this, she bowled the Women's Championships. Didn't go too crazy at the WC, but off to another strong start.
She's got such a simple game, where it seems like she doesn't really need to practice much, and she keeps herself in great physical condition, which, is half the battle.
Debbie Ayers with the front 6. Here's Daria going for 7.
Daria's had a really odd event. She was minus 18 after the first day, but that was really because she had a 268 in there, which kind of bailed her out, and then was going backwards, at the start of this block, and she's going to bail herself out again with a big game.
Here's a look at Shannon up on the far left of your screen, lane 49, coming back after open in frame number 7. Made the TV show at the U.S. Women's Open in 2019, finished in 5th place. Here in 2018, actually won a roll-off. I think it was like a 2 or 3-way tie for the final spot into the bracket. Without looking it up, I'd have to look. So I feel Nina Flack was involved with that as well. And then Shannon went on a run. Ended up in the 13 through 16 part of the bracket after winning 4 matches. Qualified 2nd overall at the Queens in 2019. So always seems to bowl well in the majors.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. And she, the funny thing about her is she says she doesn't really average all that high in league. It's not like she has a 230 league average. She's average about 210 in league and average 210 in the U.S. Open.
She throws a whole wrench then into our whole championship average thing.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Here's Daria looking for 8. Let's go.
Splits the 8-9.
There she says. She's a pair to the right from good friend Diana Z. Using a little ball speed there to kind of keep things in front of her.
Yeah.
Not opening up her angles quite too much.
And if she can go off the sheet here, she'll find herself on the right side of plus.
The right side of plus on Bowl TV. So Sellens is going to have a chance to get into the 240s here. There's Nicole Klutkin. She's at plus 44. Oh, take that, 6-pin. We didn't like you anyway, 6-pin. Fall over. Here's Daria looking for 9 in a row. Madeline McDuff also on this pair, clean through the first 9. Ready for her 10th frame. Can Daria make it 9 for 9? Oh, we're in business. We are in business. Daria Payuk. Minus 83 at the moment. Make a big swing here. Get plus. Get herself into the cut number. Shannon did not like that one, and fortunate just to have the 4-7 up there. Maddie gets the hit there. 220 for Shannon. She's going to get to plus 207. Queen 188. Madeline McDuff, and looks like Nicole's going to step up first here. She can still get to 211, and then Daria, 9 in a row. High game so far of the 2021 USBC Queens 297 from Gigi Mason. Here we are. Front 9, Daria Payuk. From the National Bowling Stadium. That's on target. Folks, that was pretty good. That was really good. 10 for 10. You're watching it live right here on Bowl TV. Stepping up for number 11, Daria Payuk. It's going to have a chance. Oh, even if that 10 didn't fall. That messenger was screaming across. Here we are. Front 11 now. Nicole's going to finish up 200 even. She's going to stay at plus 44. Can Daria connect here? 300. Looking for the very first 300 of the 2021 USBC Queens. Daria Payuk. Can she get it? It's online. Oh, no. No. You got to be kidding me. Oh, bowling. How could you be so cruel? 299 with the stuff 8. Are you kidding me? 8-pin? What kind of nonsense is that? 8-pin. We don't even like the 8-pin. Come on. It's a cruel game sometimes, folks. But for Daria, she's going to laugh that off. Say, hey, I'm plus 16 now. But absolutely brutal. For us, for our excitement. We wanted it. We needed it to fall. We needed to get on the board. 8-pin. Ruining our good time, but great game from Daria. And once again, the important part for her, although the 300 would have been cool, now on the right side of plus 16, moving in the right direction, heading into game number 4. With that, I'm going to try and collect myself. I agree with everyone's comments in the chat as well. We're going to go ahead and get the cameras ready for game number 4 as we wrap up. Just a couple pairs, a couple shots left to go. But we're going to go ahead, start doing our thing to make sure we're ready for game 4. Daria Payuk, 299, robbed. Absolute thievery by the 8-pin for 299. But we'll be back. Game 4, A squad round 2. qualifying here at the 2021 USBC Queens.
Athletes, you may now move to your next pair of lanes.
All right, everybody, we're going to work together here to get over that 8-pin. By working our way into game 4 of 5, just 2 games left to go here for the second round of qualifying at the 2021 USBC Queens. Going to take a look at 39 and 40 here. We have Crystal Coppinger, Stephanie Johnson, Gigi Mason, and Nicole Hiroka. Stephanie at plus 110. Gigi, who was second on A squad yesterday, at plus 168. Nicole at minus 3. And Crystal a little bit farther back at minus 199. Daria was in 83rd place prior to that game, 179 and 159 her first 2 games. Before rolling to 299 to get to plus 16. Those 8 pins, folks. Woo. By the way, Jason Thomas, working on getting the video posted of Daria's 299. So if it helps to share, we encourage you to do so by visiting the PWBA and USBC social media channels. So once that's up there, JT will give us the heads up. Game 4 is where Gigi had her big game yesterday, 297. Actually catapulted her into the lead. At the time, Shannon Selling stick it around her in the final game to lead overall on A squad yesterday. Elise Bolton with an early four-bagger. She's been bowling pretty well so far this tournament. Elise at plus 141 entering this game. In great position to make bracket play tomorrow, or after tomorrow, I should say. Watched this pair a little bit yesterday. Mentioned that Nicole and Carson Lukosius set a little bit of history at the USBC Women's Championships prior to the start. Both the queens moving into second place in diamond doubles. But on the strength of a 576 final game, Carson had 299. Nicole had 277 to set the single game doubles record. Four for Steph. Shannon Sellens leading the way here on A squad at the moment, plus 207 in sixth place overall. Birgit at plus 200. Those are your top two on the squad at the moment. Gigi, who are watching now, plus 168. Christine Gillett, plus 165. Kayla Sheena at plus 162. Kelly Kulik, plus 159. Vania Kobo, plus 148. Taylor Voltice, plus 147. Louise Bolton, plus 141. CDB, plus 131. Julia Bond, plus 129. Shannon O'Keefe, plus 126. Some of the top scores so far. Two left to go here in A squad, but the cut number has jumped a few pins. Now even. Oh, we are even for 64th place, which belongs to Katie Robb, 2021 ISC champion. 1,600 so far for her 8 games. So even is now the number.
Daria on a huge run here, possible 279. So she can quickly go from minus 80 to plus 80, 2 games. That's the old days where, we allowed spectators, and you would, go grab a hot dog at the snack bar and come back to watch Daria, and you go, what happened? What did I miss? Well, you missed the 299 with a stone 8 and 270. I mean, she's got 8 baggers rolled up her sleeves.
To be honest, she's needed them.
Yeah.
It's yesterday was 143, 194, 195, 279, and then 168 to finish at minus 21. And today so far, 179, 159, 299. So really all or nothing. But that big game, I believe she was somewhere in the 80s previously. Called 85, give or take. Jumped all the way to 58.
Wow.
That massive game, and if she would have shot 300, that doesn't change her position at the moment. She's still within 50.
She would have gotten a ring though. Dang it.
This is true. But now she gets a more memorable highlight, more than likely.
Yeah, we just posted that 299 on the USBC and PWBA Facebook page. It was already up on Instagram as well. So, yeah, if you didn't get a chance to see it, only go if you've got a strong stomach.
Not for the faint of heart.
No. The only thing that could have made it worse is if she could have made the 8-pin wiggle a little bit.
Yeah, that thing just flew by it. There was
Just 9 back. Well, let's see if she can strike for a 6-bagger here. Well, not going to get it there.
good question in the chat about the number of bowling balls the players are limited to this weekend. It's actually a unique situation for what we have. The paddock is actually out on the concourse here at the National Bowling Stadium, and each competitor has their very own 4x4 section to which they can fit as many bowling balls as they would like. Into that section, so depending on the creativity of some of these players, just taking a look around us right here, I see one section that has, let's see, that looks like 12. It could have up to 21, I think. Well-placed 3-ball totes. Let's see if we can get a quick view on that after Daria's shot here. All right. So let's see. This isn't on one of our curtains, so let me do this real quick. There's going to be some folks who are in for a surprise here watching.
Yeah.
47 to 48 here real quick.
You'll get a nice shot of bowling bags on our 45 through 48 channel, but we'll get it off. We'll get off of it real quick.
All right.
Here we go.
Oh.
There it is.
There it is. All right. So you can see those little 4x4 sections. Each player has one of those across the concourse. And however they can stack it and make it work, as long as the bowling balls are within that 4x4 area, they can use those during the course of competition. All right. Back to the action we go. The content you didn't know you needed until you got it.
Yes.
So a quick look at live scoring here. Birgit, who we mentioned got to plus 200, is actually going to give a couple pins back there. She finished at 198. Taylor Boltice can get to 256 this game. She's been steady for this event.
Shannon O'Keefe is shooting a 140 this game.
Wow. Lily Robles can get into the 250s. Kind of a slower scoring pace this game, though. Shannon Sellens, who's leading the A squad.
It puts up 175.
Mm-hmm. So it looks like Liz Culkin might be holding on for the top spot here.
You have to like that, right? For press release
For press
duty?
release purposes, yes, that is advantageous to me personally, and probably to Liz too.
Yeah, well, I'm sure Liz enjoys it and all of her fans.
But selfishly, yes. That works out well for us. With the longer break, we do talk usually to the tournament leader in between squads and chatted with Liz, so got some information for the press release. As we mentioned a little bit earlier today, if we had someone defeat her overall score for the tournament through 10 games, we would chat with them as well. But it doesn't look like it's going to happen here. Good question from Rod about the squad room back here at the NBS, and I'm not sure if anything is actually being used in the squad room at the moment. Everything is out here in the concourse. The only thing I'm not sure of, I believe they're actually set up for the press and the sanding station and all that. I'm not 100% sure if that's set up in the back or not. But I think the squad room is vacant for the time being. So Lily Robles, 258. It's going to get her to plus 138. Here's CDB up on the approach, 10th frame. 213 for Laura Plazas. She's going to be at plus 63. Pretty good shot there from the Hall of Famer. Rings 10 pin. Still get to the 2 O's here. Giselle does not get up the hill 2 pin. She will be hanging around the number. 1 game left to go here. Taylor Boltice now at plus 193. Birgit at plus 198. Birgit might be leading the leading A squad now after Shannon had Sellens had a 175 that game. Spare for Giselle. She can get into the 190s. 194. Uncharacteristic single pin miscue from Carolyn. It's going to drop to plus 125. And with the fill ball left to go, once again, we're going to scurry along the concourse here at the National Bowling Stadium to adjust the cameras, adjust the game of graphics for you for game number 5, the final game of the day here on Bowl TV. Final game of round 2 of qualifying at the 2021 USBC Queens. Thanks for joining us here on Bowl TV, folks. We do have a giveaway still left to come here, so be on the lookout here soon.
All right, athletes, you may now move to your next pair of lanes.
Where you were the game before. I went to
All right, that's all.
All right, folks, final game of the night here on Bull TV. 2021 USBC Queens. This is Jason Thomas with Aaron Smith. And we are watching Keely Tripp, Kelly Kulik, Alejandra Urishia, and Azeret Zetter here in our final game.
All right, folks, game 5. Taking a look at 53 and 54. Kelly Kulik plus 170. Leading the way here Joined by Azeret Zetter, who's at plus 81. Alejandra Guratia, plus 19. And Kaylee Tripp, minus 146. Kelly not losing any steam after taking last week off. Her 2 appearances so far in the 2021 season have resulted in a 3rd and 2nd place finish. And well on her way to extended play here at the Queens. Tournament she's won twice.
Scores seem to have really slowed down, Aaron. Not a lot of nothing really high. Azeret Zetter 7-10 for her first 3. But looks like she went backwards a little bit in the last game with 196.
Looks like some of the folks having nice days so far. Lily Robles is 120. She had 258 last game. She was 120 over for the block. Debbie Ayers is plus 90 and change. But definitely no plus 200 out there like we saw yesterday. Don't think that's going to happen today. Elise Bolton, 114 over. Having herself a nice day. Shot a little fast there for Alejandra. Looking at the not so common 110 washout conversion here. Shot there by Kaylee. Chance.
Oh, baby. Shoot it.
I have to agree, though, JT. Just potentially with this pattern, just getting run out here a little bit more. It's kind of tightened the scoring pace a little bit.
Yeah, kind of what we expected.
Back-to-back opens for Kelly to start here.
definitely tricky. They're not, we're not seeing any AJ Chapman, take the 6-9 out and then go through it kind of stuff happening. But we're seeing a lot of 3-6-10, 2-8-10 reactions where you're just close, and then once you do find the pocket, very difficult to get the ball to carry. Kelly trying to avoid 3 straight opens and make the bucket.
I feel she's as far left as we've seen anybody so far here today.
Yeah, I know yesterday Azarat was left of Kelly, and Kelly was pretty far left. Azarat was left of fourth arrow, and she's having a good day today.
She's pretty direct on that lash, or I shouldn't say direct, but definitely not.
No, she's playing a lot further right today.
Still creating some shape out there, but a little bit different pad. Plus 81 in great shape. To advance. Taking a quick look around. Rosia quietly has had a very nice event so far. Plus 118. Front 5. This game. Stephanie Johnson with the front 5 as well. Compares to the right of them. Shannon O'Keefe started that game off with 3 consecutive opens.
Man, and she shot 100 under the previous 2 games.
Dropped all the way to plus 65. Still within range. Still well above the cut number at the moment, but
she shoots 160 here, and all of a sudden tomorrow's going to be a very stressful day.
Kelly, 3 out of 4 opens here. 44 in the 4th. Here's Azareta, time member of Team Mexico. Part of the team that won the bronze medal at the 2019 World Championship in Las Vegas.
Doesn't leave very much in the bag, does she? Very aggressive.
Scores up online after 9. And Birgit is high on A squad at plus 198. So, and this game, nothing too crazy for her. She's clean, but exchanging strikes and spares. So Liz Culkin is going to be your overall leader. After 10 games, 2 rounds of qualifying here at the 2021 USBC Queens at plus 284. Taylor Baltis, plus 193, second on the squad. Christine Gill and Shannon Sellens, both at plus 182. Elise Bolton, plus 173. Kelly, plus 170. Fania, plus 162. Gigi, plus 157. Julia Bond, plus 155. Cara Mangiola, plus 147. Lily Robles, plus 138. Kayla Pashina, plus 132. CDB, plus 125. Steph Johnson, plus 122. Rocio, plus 118. And Carrie Smith, plus 91. Top performers at the moment on A squad. We'll look. Shannon O'Keefe now in 41st place. Plus 65, 160, 139 her last 2. And the cut number back in the minus now. -4, Giselle Haas in 64th place. Folks, as we get toward the end of this game here, we did not forget about the giveaway. So let's get that going here. The Bowl TV t-shirt up for grabs. One lucky viewer. All you have to do is click on the submit entry button in the bottom left-hand corner of the screen. Once it shows up there, there'll be a prompt prior to that saying the giveaway will begin shortly. Another one that will say the giveaway has begun. It's time. Not that verbatim, but something along the lines. But you'll see the submit entry on that second prompt. All you have to do is click it to be entered. We do suggest check it out in not in full screen mode, so make sure you can see the chat. But good luck, everybody. We're going to put that out there in just a second, and one lucky winner is going to take home a Bowl TV t-shirt. That's right, Chris. I don't even have one. So get your Bowl TV t-shirt before I get mine, just like that. Good luck, everybody.
And we switched over to Stephanie Johnson working on the front seven. Can she make it 8? No.
Well, Rocio with a 7 in a row as well. Let's switch over there real quick to see if she can get number 8.
Oh, yes, she can. Slapping the 10 out.
Is that the same pair as Daria had the front 11, or was that 51-52? No. I'm intrigued. I know it was on that channel. It was 49-50. Game 3. How about that? So we're in business. Rocio, front 8. Joined by Shanna Chapelski and Jill Creamer. Shanna's had a nice tournament as well so far. She's plus 85. Looks like Larry Thomas won the Bowl TV t-shirt, so congratulations, Larry. Our marketing team will be reaching out to you in the next day or two to redeem your prize. Thank you to everybody for participating, and thank you for being part of the Bowl TV community with us here. JT, I just want to let you know if Rocio leaves a stuff 8-pin here, that I'm just gonna leave for the rest of the day. I'm not coming back for today.
How about a blower 710?
I'll stick around for that. Just no 8-pin. Will not accept the 8-pin.
No.
An 8 count leaves the 210, but a great run for Rocio as well. So a chance to get, she can make this 210.
Sure.
Is definitely something Rocio can
great.
make.
Yeah.
Chance to get to 278 still this game, and that would push her right around the plus 200 mark.
Yeah, I should be in great shape going into tomorrow.
Oh. Went right at it. Close, but no cigar.
Got to go for it. Got to go for it.
264, her max score now. Stephanie, after the 9 count in frame 8, struck in the 9th. She can still shoot 279, and that would put her right at plus 200 as well.
Birgit shot 240 to get to plus 238.
Very nice. But yeah, nothing too crazy going on. And Shannon O'Keefe can max out at 180 this game.
Wow.
Had 4 opens in the first 5 frames, but did deliver a double in the 8th and the 9th.
Yeah, that might be the lowest 3-game set she's ever shot on the tour. These last 3.
Rocio for shot of the 10th. Crosses over. Everybody put their hands up.
Oh, man. She's like, Billy, front 8. Now you're going to do this? Come on.
Switch over to Stephanie Johnson. She gets ready for her 10th frame here in just a moment. Still shoot 279. All right, spare for Rowe. She's going to be in the 250s. Celebration for picking up the 5 pins. She saw everybody with their hands up.
Yeah, that's big.
Here's Steph. First shot of the 10th. Oh, come on. What kind of nonsense is that at the end of the block?
Yeah, could have gotten to 201 over.
Very little patience for these pins today.
When do we ever?
With some of their decision making throughout the course of this block, not allowing these players to get strikes when they should get strikes.
Well, that solid 8 was one of the all-timers right there for Daria Payuk.
Pure agony.
Keeping us from our first 300 game here at the Queens this year.
I believe I used a word that might not be a word. I think I said thievery. Is that a word?
Thievery?
Thievery. Is that a thing?
Thievery?
Thievery, like a thief, but with a re on the end of it.
Oh.
Thievery.
Okay. I don't think it is, but
I think I just made it up.
yeah. We'll accept it.
It was out of angst. $258 for Steph. She's going to get to plus 180. Gigi fell a little back today, plus 129, but again, a player who's in great shape to make the top 64, and that's really the goal here. Once again, is to make the 64. Let's see, it looks like we still got a little bowling over here. 10th frame to go on 54 with Kaylee, Kelly, Alejandra, and Azarette, and not a lot of strikes up there for the collective bunch.
Yeah, it's been a tough pair.
Shannon O'Keefe finished with 169 that game. She's now at plus 34. Wow. So potentially a player that will be rewarded to someone near the top of the leaderboard in that first round if Shannon has another rough day. Still in the cut, but probably a little bit closer than she'd like to be.
Well, after the way she started yesterday, I mean, I think she's got to be really disappointed. You know, she was 113 over after 2, and then started pretty well today, 244. So pretty shocking that she's going to be fighting for a spot tomorrow.
Kaylee finishes with 200 even. State minus 146. Rough final game there for Alejandra. She's going to fall out of the number here. So she's going to have some work to do tomorrow. 3 in a row for Azarette. Sneak out 2-0 this game. Pair of opens.
Kelly trying to bail out something here.
To 169. See, that's how you do it, kids. That is the proper way to
Ball return tap.
To treat ball returns. They're just doing their job, that's all.
Azarette with the possible 215. That's a huge game on this pair right now. Man, that looked really good. Yeah, I agree, Kelly.
It's like she knows we're watching right now.
Yeah.
All right, I think this is these are the final shots across the house here.
That was a good one there.
215. She'll get to plus 96 in great position with 5 games left to go. They'll give some pins back, but north of plus 100, good spot to be in as we wrap up round 2, just like that. It's not even 5:30, JT.
Now, what are we going to do with ourselves?
We're going to sign off this show. Then we're going to return tomorrow at 9 a.m. local time, according to Neil, which is noon Eastern. So let's take it off the lanes and bring it back to the Bowl TV booth here, folks. And just like that, we're done with the second round of qualifying here at the 2021 USBC Queens. The scoring pace kind of peaked a little bit there, so we saw them get a little bit tougher here in A squad, B squad. We still had some decent numbers, but didn't see any of the, plus 200s that we saw yesterday, the plus 180s. Plus 150 was kind of the peak number for the day. Liz Culkin leading overall plus 284. And that cut number has stayed right around even so far. So if you found a way to fill frames and put together 2 O's and 2 teens, you're in good shape heading into the final 5 games.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we'll have to see if that trend continues tomorrow. If the scores go even lower. Plus, it's a cut day, so you might see some pressure.
Squeezing?
Yeah, a little bit. But, the big story, I think, here today was, Shannon O'Keefe going backwards the last 3 games, shooting 468 the last 3. Now she's in jeopardy of missing the cut.
Yeah, pretty crazy to think about. And you mentioned that start she had yesterday. Said she missed the move in game 3 and game 4. But now that whole second half of the block, just not what she was looking for today. Daria Payuk, the 299, making a big move to get into or get to the right side of plus.
The right side of plus.
One
Yeah,
more
you had
time.
to do it one more
One
time.
more time, get it in there.
Yep.
Trademark. But yeah, that's it's kind of a back and forth day. But we've seen some players, bowl extremely well, who are going to have 5 games of trial and error tomorrow to kind of really define their look on the fresh moving forward. And we are excited to bring that to you tomorrow, starting at noon Eastern A squad. These competitors will be back on the lanes for their final games, and then 6 p.m. Eastern tomorrow. B squad, and then we'll know our top 64. We already know one, Dasha Kovalova. She's in for sure. She's been bowling great as well. But that's going to do it now for our broadcast today. So, big thank you to the USBC and the USBC Board of Directors, Kegel, the official lane maintenance provider here at the Queens this week, and for all USBC short duration events and the PWBA Tour, our goal partners, 900 Global, Rotogroup, and Storm. The RSCVA and the Row here in Reno. Of course, our competitors this week for always putting on a show. For our Bowl TV fans, a big thank you to Bowl TV. Congrats to Larry for taking home a Bowl TV t-shirt as well. We'll have some more giveaways throughout the course of the week. And, of course, the staff here on site, both at the NBS and working the Queens here in 2021. So for Mike Flanagan, Jason Thomas, I'm Aaron Smith. Thank you again for joining us here for the USBC Queens. We'll see you tomorrow at noon Eastern for the final round of qualifying. And that's going to do it for today, folks. But remember, right here on Bowl TV, bowling lives here. Have a great night.